All right, we're going to start with our basic warm-up. We're going to change, no, I'm going to say direction just a little bit. We're going to get ourselves a good workout today, but I want your noodle to start thinking about some things and things that might require you to kind of reflect a little bit. So stick with me. Be ready to write some stuff down because some of the homework is going to be a little bit on the board. I would like to see if you at home are going to remember these concepts. Are you ready to get warmed up?
Yes, sir.
All right, turn to the side, get your voice.
Yes, sir.
You can look good. And face the front towards these guys.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And about, please teach me. And towards each other, please teach me. All right, start with the drawing the legs, guards up, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Face towards these guys, jumping jacks. All right, same kind of thing. I want wrists, elbows, or better. All right, none of this stuff anymore. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Bend and reach. Ready? 20 count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Windmill cross up to the Christmas side. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, count it home. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Body twist. Hands are on the hips. Turn, 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 turn. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Just like count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach the sky. Up, 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 up. Toes. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands on the hips. Bend back. Keep your chin down. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go just like that. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back hands up on the forehead. Push and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back of the head. Let me hear you count at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the mirror side. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't have a mirror at home. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, chin to your mirror side shoulder. All right, stretch that neck. Come on now. This is part of your side kick. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch side. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. Let me hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This out. Take a deep breath. All the way up. Breathe it out. Tighten your guts to the bottom. Breathe it in. All the way up. And crush. 1. Breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out. Excellent. And have a seat.
Stay, sir.
Okay. Now, the counting backwards from 10. What I want you to be able to do is have a good voice and a command of that voice. As adults, and some of my guys aren't they're almost adult, but you're as a youngster, you don't have as much command of it as you do when you get older. On the flip side, I've seen many youngsters that have a more freer voice than some adults that think it's silly to be loud. So that's silliness, just saying, oh, I'm afraid about what people think of me. So what we're going to do is when we say our 10, I want you to be able to use your key voice. So we're going to start off with something easy. We're just going to say just 10, nice and loud. So it's going to be coming from the diaphragm. So that kind of breath. And when you say it, I want it to be booming, not 10. That's not, I mean, that's like saying, hey, Joanna, how you doing? That's not significant enough for to, let's say, strike fear in evildoers. Let's just call it that, okay? So in other words, when I say ki, it should be a startle. It should be like, what was that? So your deep breath, 10. I want it to be like you're sending the sound across the room, to the other room, to the outside of the house. If you were yelling for help, they would hear you. And it's not coming from the throat, it's coming from the chest. So I want a nice loud 10. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, ready? 10! Just like that. All right, deep breath. All right, now we're going to change the word 10 to ki. And ki, I need that ah. In other words, I want you to open your mouth as if a dentist is looking down your throat to make sure that all your teeth are. All right, so you're gonna go ki. I don't want to because there's tension. A long time ago, Nathan Zarnota picked on my ki. I was an orange belt, and I said ki. He's like, what is that? And I was like, that's my ki. He's like, well, then say it like you're saying ki. So when I say my ki, I say it with the full enunciation. When I say it, I put full enunciation. So on the count of 3, I want to hear your best ki. Ready? 1, 2, 3, ki! Okay. All right. So now we're going to change the ki. We're going to change the ki to depth. Depth. So now, very short, punctuated. So when I say go, you're going to say the word depth as loud as you can, as punctuated as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3, depth. Okay. Should have been short. All right. Now we're going to go a little bit longer. We're going to go ha. And working our vowels. I want to hear a nice loud drawl on that. All right, 1, 2, 3, pa! All right, last one, ho! All right, for now we're going to work this long one. All right, so the O is supposed to keep going. So the count of 3, I want to hear the loudest ho that you can, like Santa Claus. Ready? 1, 2, 3, ho! Okay, so here we're back to number 10. We're saying 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want a loud 10. All right, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath. 1 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so I want you to think about your voice as an adult, or as an almost adult. I want you in command of it. All right, it's going to be part of knowing yourself. All right, Mama Soul, think about that. 20 seconds. Focus on what you know about yourself. Focus on what you know that you can do, or know that you can't do, or things that you don't know about yourself. 10 seconds. All right, so may eyes open. All right, figure 4 is on your favorite side.
Yes, sir.
All the way up, make that leg hurt a little bit. It should be nice and easy since you've been kicking on this whole time. And let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. And down and straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get up from double days. Breathe. Spread things, make it hurt a little bit and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And up. Deep breath and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And open it up. Let's put them in.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Make it a little bit, let's say painful, tiny bit. All right, guards all the way up. Reach out and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Deep breath. A little bit further down and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes,
sir.
All right, hold on to those feet, knees all the way up. Push those knees down, lean forward. Let me hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now at home, we're going to get sit-ups and push-ups. I want your best sit-ups. Now, more than likely, you'll be out of the camera's view because maybe you don't have it perfectly leveled or whatever. You can see them. You're going to see quality sit-ups and quality push-ups. All right, just Mr. Bell. All right, Mr. Bell, I want good sit-ups. Let's get 10 sit-ups and 10 push-ups. Stick with me. All right, on your backs. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, on your stomach for push-ups.
Yes, sir.
All right. I love me some push-ups. All right, here goes. All the way up, all the way down. Ready? Oh. Yep. And switch it over for push-ups. Ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And sit up, breathe for a second.
Say, sir.
Thumbs up. Excellent. All right, slowly stand up.
Say, sir.
All right, shake out the leg, and shake out the leg, and shake out the leg. All right. All right, so now we're going to be running through some thinking concepts today. All right, so who do we have in class? Just Mr. Bill? Oh, man, he's going to get a goodie then. All right, and anybody else that watches the video. But right now, we're going to make sure that he is going to be able to get this stuff. All right, come on over, Mr. Bill. All right.
Say, sir.
All right, I know his formalities are strong. He's always a loud one. Okay. Now, one of the things that we're going to talk about, now, just a quick show of hand. Has he ever seen my die and rye? With a show of his thumb? Has he done that before? No. Perfect. Even better. I love it. Okay. Mr. Rainey taught me this a long time ago when I first got into adult class. And it really focuses a lot on like how you know yourself and what your potential is and what your limitations are. And we've had plenty of conversations about this in class about knowing things that you can do and things you shouldn't do because you're going to end up injuring yourself. So we're going to start off with my, and these are 3 different concepts: my, die, and rye. Just real quick, when you think I, you hear me say I all the time, and think harmony. Okay, my horrible R there. All right, ki, energy harmonized. My, there's still the word I, die. So we're talking harmonized distance, harmonized angle, harmonize both of them, putting them together and making that work, okay? So when we're talking about each of these individual concepts, they can work on their own or we can put them together. This just basically means both for now. All right, so my, well, this typically would be taught in the fashion where we would have someone, you know, punch at us and we have to move out of the way. Well, not all of us have that luxury because that would breach our social distancing, okay? So we're gonna change how that gets done. So I'm gonna slide you back a little bit.
Say so.
All right, so now I'll give you an idea about how this concept would work with another person, and then we're gonna put it in terms of how you can practice this by yourself. All right, please teach me. Okay, so first off, right now, I know that if she did a step and punch, she'd be right on the edge of hitting me, but she can't. It's right there, okay? All right, so back. And I know from here, just looking at the length of her legs, I know she can hit me because I can just see that her step through would easily make that. All right, go ahead and it's slow. All right, so you would be able to get that. How do you know that? Well, we don't have another person in front of us necessarily, but we can in the event that we are now practicing this social distancing. I think it's like saying, well, how do you know this is 6 feet? How do you know this isn't 6 feet? Well, I mean, you can say, let's break out a tape measure. All right, oh, yep, looks about 6 feet to me. All right, so we're gonna call this external distance. How far away are they? And am I truly able to recognize that they're within that reach? So in other words, right here, the length of her leg would not allow her to come and get me, okay? Now, we're gonna practice this in terms of, we're gonna use a wall as our reference for this. But in this case, I wanna make sure that I can size you up and say, yep, from this distance, you can't reach me from that step and punch, okay? But now we're gonna talk about it with you then. So then we're gonna put ourselves in a situation where we're gonna use this X. So we're gonna say to ourselves, all right, if I had my X on the ground, and I know that I saw Noah using the X on the ground, I saw that you had like numbers on each of the squares. You say to yourself, all right, from this position, would I be able to step and put my foot on one of those lines? And if you back up a little bit, saying, you know what, it's questionable, I might be able to make it. It would be a stretch. Well, then you know that's something that you should avoid. All right, so here you go. All right, so we're going to test on Miss Joanna, and what you're going to do at home is you're going to stick with the drill with her. So we're going to start from a position where we're really, really close, like definite. I could step right onto it. All right, the goal is to step on the orange. For you, the goal is to step on that line. All right, so put that foot back. All right, so do kiosks on 3 consistently that you can put your foot on that line. Try not to go past it, try not to go under it, try to step on it, try not to look down. Don't say, got it. That doesn't work. All right, eyes up. All right, ready? 1.
1, sir.
Good. Set. 2.
2, sir.
And 3.
Yeah.
All right, that line represents the person that you're hitting. So now, step and punch. Would you be able to hit the person standing on this line?
Sir.
Or show me. Boom! It's done. All right, now, let's slide back a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, can you step and put your toe on the line? Sure you can, okay? Let's put a punch in there. Step through and punch. And again, you're saying, I can step on that line. I'm a little further away, I'm comfortable, but I can touch it. All right, let's get 3 of those. 1.
1, sir.
Good, we're set. 2.
2, sir.
And last one, 3.
Yeah.
Still good to go, right? Okay, you already know where I'm going with this. All right, can you step? She doesn't like it. All right, so we're gonna put in a little cheater step. Again, she knows that from this 1 foot moving, it's gonna be an overextension. You don't like it. So then from here, I wanna see that front foot move and the step. So be able to compensate. All right, ready? Step in front and easy. Okay, 3 of them. Moving the front foot first. Ready? 1.
1, sir.
Good. Go that punch.
2. 2, sir.
Good. And 3.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Eventually, this is going to get to a point where it's not going to work. All right. So back up a little bit further. Okay. So now the focus here is to find out where can I no longer within 1 step, even if I step with that front foot to get that back foot, I can't make it without jumping. Okay. Can you step and step? Front foot, back foot. That's pretty close. All right. Give me the punch. Give me the punch, Bill. All right. 1.
1, sir.
Good. Set. And 2. 2,
sir.
All right. Live was great. Ready? And 3.
Yeah.
All right. Let's test her. All right. Now, I know other people are going to be watching this video, and that they're going to be like, all right, well, how's this going to work for me? All right. So now, a little further. Was that your?
That was my
you just let back a little bit more. Okay. Right there. Okay. All right. So, this is 6 feet, right? I'm 6 feet. so I know I don't have a tape measure on me. All right, so it's a little further than 6 feet. Here's your limit. You don't do anything that you're going to end up hurting yourself with. So when she takes her step, the best that you can without overextending, no overextending. How far can you make it? Then your next step. All right, so the answer is no, you can't. All right, do it again. See how far you can make it from that spot. What's the length?
With the step.
Yeah, with the step. However far you make it, but don't think that you have to make it there. All right, so then you got to know this about yourself. Know that what your stride is. Mr. Ray does a good job of being able to count out paces really, really well, and he knows his stride perfectly. I don't know how he does it, but in this case, you know how big your step is, and know that from here that you could step with that foot, or that you are too far away. All right, so now let's add 1 layer to this. All right, jump front face. All right, so let's do a real quick jog in place. Jog in place is a great way to practice this. All right, jog in place. 20 now. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's your jump front fake. Okay, I know we're not a green belt, but this is going to be one of those things where we're going to say, I can use that knee and this knee to create some distance. Okay, so now let's get back to our closed position again, and we're going to do a jump front fake. And you're probably going to say, this is really silly, it's super close. All right, so give me a jump front fake to make it to this line. The back knee is going to come up, and you're going to switch knees and say, all right, go ahead. All right, so now let's put this in a situation where it's no longer a line. Let's make it uncomfortable. So you're going to find a spot in your room where you have a wall. So just stick with me first. All right, we're going to put, come on over here. All right, let's use this wall. We're all good at making feeling comfortable. That's kind of what we do. Okay. All right, so Miss Joanna. All right, right here. Jump front fake. You're a little close. Right there. Let's go right there. All right, got your guard to a good fight position.
Get it.
All right, jump front fake, front hand punch. Now, don't hit the wall, Mr. Bill, or anybody else watching. The goal is to say, this feels weird. I feel too close. All right, go ahead. 1 knee, other knee, and punch. You don't want to hit the wall. All right, so you don't like that, right? Okay, so back up a little bit. All right, so it doesn't fit the context of being close for this particular purpose. All right, give me from this distance. Okay, that felt better. Okay, all right, you get a little bit further back. Okay, now the goal is not to punch. The goal is to touch the wall. Again, you guys are all adults out there. You're not going to put handprints on your own wall. If you do, that's on you. That's okay. All right, the goal is to be able to touch the wall. So not high five and hit it, but like, oh, okay. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. A little bit further. Okay. All right. Let's get back to this front foot thing again. All right. Still working on mine. We're working on external distance and internal distance. How far do you know that you can jump? So if you said, I can't do that far, and you know what? We're all going to get to a point where we can't jump that far. But you got to know that. You say, I can't do that. Too far. Too high. too low, whatever it is. Okay, so now let's move up just a little bit here.
Yes, sir.
That get going step is going to be the secret to this. So that's that front foot moving. And from here, you're doing your jump front fake. Wah, momentum, and then boom. You might get yourself an extra foot or so. All right, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to get 3 different distances. Start close, right about there, and key out on 3, jump front fake, touch the wall.
Yes, sir.
At home, same thing. Jump front fake, picking up the knee, switching the knee, touching the wall. 3 times. Slide back as quick as you can to that same spot. Ready? 1.
1, sir.
Good. Reset. Back to the same distance. 2.
2, sir.
Reset. Last one. And 3.
Again.
Okay. A little bit further away, but you still know you can do it. You're not like, oh, I don't know. All right. Can you do it from there?
Okay.
All right. Ready? 3 times. 1.
1, sir.
Good. Ready? 2.
2, sir.
And last one. Keep up at home. And 3. Whoa.
Again.
All right. This is where you're going to test it. You're going to say, you know what? I'm going to go a little bit further. I want to see if I can do it here. But you're not going to go headlong and be like, and splash! And all of a sudden, this spectacular fashion, you're going to end up stubbing your toe and running into the base and picture frame falls and all that stuff. All right, so where do you want to be? Right there? You're saying that, are you saying you can absolutely make it or you don't know?
I can absolutely make it from here. Let's find out.
Let's find out. Excellent. All right, so again, Mr. Bill, whoever's watching, let's see what you got. All right, ready? 1. Wah!
1, sir.
Oh, she had to reach. I saw that. All right, now this is where you get to play it a little bit. Move forward like a millimeter or step back a millimeter. Ready? 2. Wah!
2, sir.
Secret. You're good. All right, you're not sure? Or you are sure now?
I am sure.
Okay. Slide back a little bit. Are you sure now?
No, sir.
You're not sure.
I mean, I could probably make it, but I mean.
Okay. If you start like this, you'll never make it. You'll never make it. Look what she's done with her feet right here. She's close for a reason to say, you know what? I have potential to move this. A little bit more advanced, but I'd like to see that you can use that. So don't start here, and don't start here because that lead leg can't go any further. All right, here goes. From there, give it all she's got. Go. Whoa! All right. Really good at home? Good jump front fakes? Excellent. Okay. All right, real quick, Mr. Bill, come on over back into the board.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Everyone's going to be like, who's Mr. Bill on YouTube? All right. All right, so now we focus on external, how far away something is, and how far you think you can go, or how far you know you can go, or how far you know you can't go. Well, this goes well outside of just simply just saying, doing a jump front fake or a punch or stuff like this. So the thing at home that I want you to focus on is say, you know what? If I was to throw a punch, would I be able to know that I could hit it or know that I'm not going to hit it? This is going to be the last version of internal before we switch to angle. All right, so at home, you're going to find something that you are okay hitting. Don't punch the wall and see if you can do this drill. You'll be like, oh, I can do it. The glass case, the mirror, your wife's fine china. Any of all that needs to be something that you're saying, oh, you know what, I don't trust myself yet to do this technique because you're going to need to have something that you might accidentally hit. Okay? All right, so here goes. We're going to use, I'm just kidding. We're not going to use the mirrors. All right, come on over here. All right. We're going to end up using the bag, but I'll use the example as something that we all have at home. Everyone's got a wall at home. I'm not going to hit the wall. All right, so for this particular purpose, I'm going to say we're going to throw a front-hand punch, we're going to throw a backhand punch, snap kick, and a side kick. Okay? Actually, you know what? Does this guy have water in it? So let's use that so everyone can see at home. Okay. So the goal is not to hit it. To realize that you've got the potential to put 100% focus on hitting and say, well, I know I've got control. All right, so let's get away from that rail there, so I want you to trip or anything like that. All right, so I want to step and punch that's going to touch the back. So get at a distance that you feel comfortable with, that it's going to just touch the back at a good follow through, like not here, but like right about there. It's just barely going to touch. All right, step and punch. Okay, you feel pretty good about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So the goal is to go fast. Now step back just a little bit, a little more. A little more, a little more. All right. You know you're not going to hit this because you've gone outside that range. That's the goal for this. So step through punch, you know you're not going to make it. Now I want your fastest punch. Now you got about almost a foot here. So don't move forward when you do this.
Okay.
I want your fastest punch. Go. Boom, there's one. Good. And two. And one more time. And three. Make sense at home? All right. Kia's on three. I want the distance that's safe from your target, whatever that target might be. Anybody at home working on a particular target? He has a target. Perfect. Okay. Is it Noah?
I don't think so. It is off the screen.
It's off the screen. Good. As long as it's not a lot. Stand still, son. This won't hurt, I promise. All right, here goes. Kia's on three. Ready? Ready? One.
1, 2.
Faster. Closer. Two.
2, sir.
And three.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now. Let's get a little closer. You still aren't going to hit it. You're saying that from this position, you're not going to hit it. All right, let's see it. Whoa, okay. We're talking now to here. All right, full speed. You're a little closer, but again, you got room for error. Ready? 1.
1, sir.
Good. 2.
2, sir.
And 3.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. All right. Full speed, not hit it. Oh, all right. She's got a couple of tricks up her sleeve, I promise you, because I'll tell you what those tricks are in a second. She's like, I'm not going to hit the bag, I promise. All right. Mr. Bill, ready? Ready? 1.
1, sir.
2.
2, sir.
3.
Yeah. 2, sir.
All right, now let's talk about reality here. So don't move this foot. Full step, and show how far your penetration would go. Okay, yes, it would hit the back. Sorry for yelling in your ear. Okay, all right. So we say ki all the time in front of each other. All right, so what's the secret? How do you not hit it? You just don't. That's it. You know, you snatched the pebble from my hand. All right, so she knows herself. That's like saying, well, I'm going to recognize the impending doom of my target, and I'm going to have good control. All right, so you are really within striking distance, but I'm not going to hit it. All right, 3.
2, sir.
1.
1, sir.
Get a little closer. 2.
2, sir.
A little closer. Don't touch it. 3.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. You're smoking it. All right. Now, before we switch gears to angle, I want you to touch it. I want you to be close enough to where you make contact, but you don't hit it. This is little Jonathan in class. This is Reagan. This is Noah. This is Piper, Pee-wee. And you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. So when I do this, I think to myself, all right, well, I'm going to have to end up pulling it and recognizing, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to punch you. All right, that would be bad form. So the goal is to recognize, like, you know what, can I flirt it? Okay, I touched it a little bit. I'm gonna go slower. Okay, I can pull the punch. That doesn't mean doing this. That's like saying I'm afraid. So in black belt class, I'll give you a little kind of insight into this, is we want our black belts to have very keen control and very good awareness of themselves. If Miss Joanna's throwing a back fist to my head or whatever, I gotta trust that she's not gonna hurt me. So we have to have that kind of relationship. So this is where you get to that skill level over time. So I want to see that you can touch that bag and it barely is gonna jiggle off that surface punch. You get to choose the distance at home, whatever is most comfortable for you. I will recommend that you don't do it close, and obviously too far away is too far away. Okay, step through punch, and let's see what you got. Just barely jiggle. Okay. Okay, 3 of those. Just touch it. A little bit less. Ready? 1.
1, sir.
2.
2, sir.
Good. And 3.
Yeah.
All right, now you should understand. I know you guys at home. You guys can rifle that punch in and hit hard. So show me that full power punch.
2, sir.
Boom. Okay. That is not good for a target that wasn't needing that. So when we practice, I want the first one soft. All right, one more time, soft.
2, sir.
Just touch. Pop, pop. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, there we go. Good. Oh, still, I lost a couple teeth. Okay. All right. Good. Last one. Oh, there we go. Good. All right. Here's what I think. All right. Almost there. Now, angles. Angles. By the way, part of the homework is going to be dealing with that distance, so just keep that in mind. All right. So come on back here. All right. There's a bunch of different angles that we're going to look at here that are going to apply to how we deal with a multitude of situations. Let's draw, first off, you in the center. And then you say to yourself, all right, I could be attacked from any angle around 360. That's one way of looking at it. Or you can say, here's you, and there's them. So this is you, and this is the bad guy, or girl, or whatever the situation is. And you're going to say, you know what? I could get them from any angle. I can get them from that angle. I can get them from that angle. I can get them from all the way around the other end. So it depends upon how you look at it. If you are the center of the circle and you're like, oh my goodness, someone could attack me from back, well then it could work both ways. Okay, let's change it even more. Let's say, here's my awesome stick figure drawings. They're legendary. There's, Mr. Stick Figure, and they're smiling. All right. So in other words, how am I going to hit this guy? Or how could he hit me? I could hit him from there. I could hit him from here. Okay, I could hit him square in. Ooh, I could hit him back there. Ooh, I like that target right there. So there's a bunch of different ways of looking at angles. In this case, we want to play with angles that we can create and get on them. So this is where we're going to use our square on the ground here. All right, so we're going to back up just a little bit. All right, Mr. Joanna, you ready?
Sir.
All right. So part of this is going to be awareness about what that center line represents. This is going to be representing the punch. So when you're in the center here, I'm going to put you dead over the line here.
Okay.
If she doesn't move out of the way, it's curtains. Okay? All right, so let's move out of the way a couple of different very basic ways, and then we'll go out of the way a couple more advanced versions. All right, so we're going to throw a front hand punch after each evasion. So that's our counter. Now, recognize that when, I'm going to turn you this way a little bit here.
Sir.
All right, when you're punching at me and I'm moving out of the way, I'm not saying, ha, I gotcha. She's here, okay? So when she moves, if she punches, I'm going to go here, bang. That's where she is. So I punch back where the line is. That's my target. That's where she is. So when you're practicing this without a partner, that you can't simply just neglect where that person would be. You got to put that into the imagination. Okay, you ready?
Sir.
Okay, moving out of the way, side to side only. Not angle, just literally 90 degrees. So off to the side or off to the side. 4 times. Fingers don't work. 4 times. 2 on this side, 2 on that side.
Sir. Sir.
All right, ready? 1.
1, sir.
Good. Set. 2.
2, sir.
Good. And 3.
3, sir.
Set. And 4.
4, sir. Yeah.
And there we go. Good. All right, now let's throw a snap kick. Same thing. Moving off the firing line, kicking towards where the line is. Your choice on the snap kick. Ready? 1.
1, sir.
2.
2, sir.
3.
3, sir.
4.
Yeah.
And switch up to a side kick. Last one. Ready? 1.
1, sir.
2.
2, sir.
3.
3, sir.
And 4.
Yeah.
Good work. All right, how are we doing at home? Keeping up. Excellent. Okay. All right. Well, I don't like 90 degrees. I'm going to face you towards me again.
Sir.
Okay, so I'm going to have something you punch with this hand.
Sir.
And I'm just going to move off to the side. Okay, good. Ready to jump. Ouch. I'm still in the way. She still can get me. Okay? All right. Good.
Sir.
Okay? At this 45, sorry, I know your hair is beautiful. Okay? At this 45, we're at a more acute angle. And it doesn't mean that, well, it's still bad for me. I have to find the right, what was the thing? Distance. So we have to put 2 together. So from here, she still can get me. So you got to figure out where am I supposed to be? All right, so now back to our little spot here.
Sir.
This is going to be where you're having to say, well, do I want to move this foot? Do I want to move this foot? That's part of the pretend part. All right, and if you have yourself another martial artist at home, the cool part of it is you have someone to punch at you to practice this. All right, so we're going to work with 45s now.
Okay.
That's our new angle. All right, out of the way and back at an angle. Yes.
Sure.
All right, ready? 1.
1, sir.
Good. Reset. 2.
2, sir.
And 3.
3, sir.
And last one, 4.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a snap kick, same kind of thing. All right, looking good. Ready? 1.
1, sir.
2.
2, sir.
Good. 3.
3, sir.
Last one, 4.
Yeah.
Awesome. Might as well throw a side kick. All right, ready? 1.
1, sir.
2.
2, sir.
3.
3, sir.
And 4.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, that's all this side. Excellent. All right. If you got a chance to watch the spar class, even if you didn't, I pick on kicking above your belt for a lot of a lot of things. In this case, back to our mind-eye ride, you need to understand that if I was to throw a head-high kick in a self-defense or even in a fighting situation, you're asking for it. I would never ever do that. Be like, man, it'll be great on YouTube, right? It'll be like posted all of a sudden, world star. All right. The speed that I can throw my sidekick, she can easily take out my leg, 100%. I can't throw this leg up here and say, man, I'm going to surprise her. So when you see these lower kicks, this is reality. When you're throwing that low sidekick, man, it's so fast, it's going to do an amazing job. All right, so now let's put in a forward 45. Okay, this forward 45, I like to see that you're turning in relation to it. So let's use me as an example. Okay, so you're going to move past me, behind my blind side. Okay, this actually has me come this way. So I'm going to punch with this backhand, and when she moves, I've lost her. But look what direction she's facing. She's facing towards me. So what she's not doing is just moving at an angle and still facing forward. La-di-da-da. All right, where do you go? So this is one of the reasons why in spar and in adult class, always keep your eye on your opponent, right? Okay, so if I punch at her and she moves out of the way, she has a bead on me here. That angle was so small, but she was in a perfect distance, and the angle was appropriate. All right, so how do you practice that on the square? All right, so this punch, however you want to look at it, you can say, I'm going to move over here. Now, I don't like crossing my feet. All right, so my recommendation is to come over here and fire back. All right, punch. Move another way, punch is the response. All right, 4 times, move first, 45, punch on the response. Ready? 1, move.
1, sir.
Set. Remember, you're punching them that way. Ready? 2.
2, sir.
Good. There we go. Make it big so everyone can see it. 3.
3, sir.
And try one the other way. And 4.
Yeah.
Good. All right, now, this gets a little tricky with kicks. What you're not going to do is here. Go back here. All right, ready? Whoa! Bah! Whoa! Okay, it's not going to work out that way. Maybe the Karate Kid, it's not. I want you to think to yourself, when you're moving out of the way, you're going to say, ooh, look at the back of that leg. Oh, man. I like that. All right. So if I'm punching towards her, let's turn it this way one more time. I'm going to punch with this knee right here. She's going to go right behind me. Shoot. Boom. Oh, man. Good angle and good distance. Okay. Now let's change the distance a little bit. Mr. Erik was like to say, what if you slip on a banana peel? You're going to slip on a banana peel. Okay. Not like, but if you move out of the way too far. Right. You better have a plan. Bump, get something done. All right, one more time. Move off, too far. Oh, boom. Okay. So if it turns out that the distance was not right, maybe you were too close. Maybe you were too far away. That doesn't mean like, oh man, I should have been right here. That's why you practice this. All right, here goes. Moving forward and throwing that side kick. Or let's stick with the side kick. All right, ready? 1.
1, sir.
Good. Ready? 2.
2, sir.
And 3.
3, sir.
Last one, and 4.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, good. All right, yes, we're practicing our social distancing, keeping our partner at an elbow's length. Honestly, I know this sounds kind of weird, and you guys might have heard me say this. I want you to be close to me. Matter of fact, this is the safe. This is contradicting the public view. This is the safest place to be. It's from this distance right here. If she's throwing punches, and I'm like, what is this? I'd rather be right here than right within the range of her. So when you're thinking about your my die and ride, I want my distance to be cramming theirs. Because I know my distance. I know what I can get away with. And what you're trying to figure out is, well, if I'm this close, how could I strike? Headbutts. I love headbutts. All right, how can I strike here? How can I strike here? So here's the homework. What you're going to do is you're going to take your square and you're going to work your combinations with this. And what I want you to look at is each of your combinations that you're able to move off that firing line and be able to respond with that combination with the appropriate footwork that you would need. Again, if you're moving off to the side, I'll borrow that spot for just a second. If I'm moving over here, I'm like, I can't get away with that punch. So, we're working on yellow belt combinations. Move over here, bang, bang. Wait a second. I should be like this. This is where you think outside the box. What's combination number 1? Front hand punch, backhand punch. And if I move out of the way here, which is my front hand? This one. Don't think that this is always white number 1. This is also white number 1. Front hand punch. So you're going to take your combinations and you're going to use Mr. or Mrs. Attacker. Your line represents that. That's step 1 for homework. The other step for homework is to show me how far you feel like from here I can make it to that. And you can use that jump front fake and skip in however you want to be able to practice that. Show me this is the furthest that I can make it. I can't make it not 1 inch further away. So homework is combinations off the punch, move out of the way and strike, and show me the potential of your distance that you can leap or move or step. That shows me that you understand yourself. Okay? Any questions for Mr. Bill or any other attendees? Thumbs up. Well done, sir. Well done, ma'am. All right, hands behind the back. Can't wait to see your responses, guys. Ready, jump. Thank you for teaching me.